Hi, my name is Bim, and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about why my Cougar QBX build didn't exactly go as planned. That was the last video I uploaded. If I can do this YouTube thing properly, then that video should be somewhere on the screen. If you want to see it, just click on that. Basically, it was a video of me showing my computer parts and at least the planned parts that I was supposed to use for my build. It consisted of a Cougar QBX, an H80i GT Corsair, of course, as the CPU cooler, a GTX 980 Ti reference model because I wanted it to be blower style, and a 140mm PSU. So I outlined those specific parts because they were the ones that had the most conflict, I guess, with each other inside the build. So this is probably also a video talking about the things you shouldn't do when putting together an ITX build, especially for the Cougar QBX. So the first mistake was the cooler, the H80i GT. Now, it's a fantastic cooler. I have it in my system now, and it keeps my temperatures at, I think, even under load at about 40 degrees, which isn't bad, especially since I live in a fairly tropical country, the Philippines, right? But the problem is, and I think even if you read it from the Corsair website, that the GT features an extra thick radiator. Now, if you're familiar with the QBX, it's not exactly the roomiest case. So I was having trouble fitting it into the fan slot. Because on the QBX there's a fan slot dedicated for a CPU cooler for all-in-one closed-loop coolers, and I was having trouble fitting it there because it didn't quite clear, or didn't have quite the clearance I needed to get the cables kind of aligned properly. So I had to, if I really forced it, I might have been able to do it, but I doubt it. And it would require me bending those, they're not cables, right? They're hoses? Yeah, hoses. That it would have required me to bend the hoses in a way that would probably compromise the quality and might lead to a few leaks. And since the cooler was way more expensive than the actual case, I just decided to get rid of the case, which kind of breaks my heart because I had my heart set on a mini-ITX build. Now, another more minor problem with that build was the GPU, since I got a full-length reference card from Zotac, GTX 980 Ti. And yes, it kind of sucks that the 1080 is about to hit the market a couple months after I bought the graphics card. So anyway, the GTX 980 Ti had a few clearance issues with a semi-modular Corsair CS650M PSU. Now, I love the power supply, I love the video card, but they just weren't playing nice together in that case. So what I did was I bought a new case, the Corsair Carbide SPEC-M2, which is a mini-ATX case. So it was a lot easier to build in, it was a lot less stressful, and all the parts fit. So the easiest thing to replace turned out to be the case. So now here's the build. It's Corsair Carbide M2, GTX 980 Ti, H80i GT cooler. I also have an M.2 drive, a 6600K CPU, I think Corsair Vengeance 16 gig RAM. On the motherboard is a Gigabyte 710N Gaming 5. I forgot the exact name, but yeah, that. I have also built in a Toshiba 2TB drive, and yeah, so that's pretty much it for building a mini-ITX case. As diligent as I was, or as I thought I was, it makes a lot of sense to pre-measure everything and to have a backup plan. So in case something goes wrong, something doesn't fit, you know what to replace and how to replace it. And if ever, you could just resell the parts, which is what I did with the case. I sold it to someone on OLX like 2 days after. So that's pretty much it. Pre-measure your parts, make sure they all fit before you actually buy the parts. So don't be an idiot, don't be like me, and have fun building, guys. See you in the next video.